Hey everyone, if you saw my last video about the animal I hit and the damage that it caused underneath the car, the extreme mess it made, well, welcome to this video, which shows a solution that would have really helped me out. I think if I had one of these metal aluminum plates underneath the front area of the car, I think it would have saved me probably. I probably wouldn't have anything to do except spray the underside of the car and clean that up. Again, watch that video if you dare. I dare you to watch that whole video. It would have spared me a ton of work, and I got off relatively easy. There was literally no damage done to anything underneath the car, and it could have been like really bad. I did a video a couple years ago showing that people have damaged, like for example, coolant lines, and I'll go over all this. The coolant lines, and if you break the connector right where it goes into the battery, Tesla wants to replace the entire battery pack. And as you guys know, I don't know if it's like still $15,000 in a Tesla Model 3, long range. That's insane. Okay, that is way too much money. One of these panels, this is pretty much the lowest cost metal panel that I've seen. I think at the time of the video, what was it, like 90 bucks, something like that. That is really inexpensive. So I'm gonna do an unboxing with that. We're gonna take a closer look at it. I've got some experience with them, so I'll be talking about things that I like and don't like. It's two pieces, which makes shipping a lot easier, because they just stack them up. It's a smaller box, but it requires you to then put them together, which really isn't that big of a deal. But then it creates a slight fitment issue in the front. Well, I'll get into it. The fasteners, it's just, you have to make a small cut. Otherwise, people, I put this note up on Facebook, and people were like, oh, it doesn't fit, it's not gonna fit, it doesn't fit, because in the description of on Amazon, they just say, it fits Model 3, I think it says 2017 to 2024, but it doesn't say Highland, okay? Well, mine's a 2024, Highland is 2024, so it looked like it was gonna fit, so I'm like, well, the only way to really find out is to buy it and get it. So I bought it, and it fits, okay? All the holes, everything lines up perfectly, except for that one thing that I'm telling you about. And if you don't make that modification, the bottom will just kind of sit down a little bit too low in the center, which wouldn't be like devastating, but it wouldn't be great. And to make a cutout wouldn't be also that big of a deal. So I'll tell you right off the bat though, if you buy a one piece, where it's not two sides, you're not gonna have that problem. All the links and everything will be down below. I will find the one piece one that got really good reviews that I was going to buy, but I decided, hey, let's try the cheapest route first, because a lot of times they're the same, and this appears to be the same. It is made out of aluminum. It's got a nice powder coating on it. Again, we'll take a closer look at it in a minute, but yeah, highly recommend these. And actually, I am probably going to buy these other covers that are kind of on the sides, more towards your wheels and tires. Behind there, the coolant lines kind of continue back there, and the only thing protecting them is really the wheel well, the same type of plastic. So I didn't put those on my previous model, but I really should, especially when you see the damage that can be done. I mean, stuff just tears right through that plastic. You think about it, you're going 60-70 miles an hour. That's insane. One of the other things that I always worried about was in wintertime, after they do the snow plowing, you see like snowballs, little boulder things. You think it could just be snow. Well, sometimes it's like solid ice, and you could be running over big chunks of ice. It'll just tear right through that stuff. So highly recommend, if you want to see the damage that can be done by a small animal, and best case scenario, the cleanup that you have to do without one of these plates under there, watch my other video. Maybe it will scare you into buying one of these. So yeah, again, all the links below, and check it out. Oh, and please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Got this panel here, removable panel. Access to, there is actually an oil filter under there. So that's probably what that is. It's not the best fit and finish in terms of this. Ow! Well, alright, these screws are sharp. Careful with that. I hope they are stainless. We'll see how they hold up. This is sticking up a little bit. Could probably bend this tab down to get this more flush. So, you know, we got to get that extra thousandth of a mile of efficiency. But yeah, this finish is nice. Feels good, metal, looks good. Doesn't matter too much, it's under the car. And then some dense foam here, which I guess should help with noise. A little bit loose here. It's kind of held down around the edges, it feels like. That probably shouldn't be an issue though. Okay, same thing. Looks good. Same thing here. Loose, except around the edges. The panel that I had before from Mountain Pass Performance didn't even have this on there. There was, you know, it was just a sheet, basically straight sheet of aluminum. And I couldn't notice any more or less noise than after I put it on. So I'm not sure that this is even really necessary, but you know, it can't hurt. These will go through. We've got square openings here, and there's a little square here that'll keep it from turning. Okay, right now it looks like all of these pieces here go together, and that we're going to reuse all of the existing bolts that hold up the factory pan, the OEM pan underneath, with the addition of these two. All right, I am going to bend that tab back a little bit so we can get more of a flush panel. We'll take the OEM panel off and then get this sucker on there. I can't wait. All right, not sure if you can tell, but everything is dirty after that dust storm. Everything in my garage for the entire day before the dust storm hit, and that was just getting dirty and dusty. We have to attach these two sides using all this hardware they gave us. I'm going to attach probably just all one side and then the other side, I don't know. And then I'm going to keep it a little bit loose, make sure that we can line everything up and then tighten everything down. And what we're using are these, you know, all of this is supplied. This has the square in there so that it kind of locks in, so you don't have to worry about holding it underneath, which is nice. Then we're going to go through here, put a washer down, put a lock washer down, and then throw a 14 millimeter on top of it. So it's really that simple. All right, so since I just did like finger tight, I was able to push these two together, kind of line them up, and now I am going to tighten them all down. If you can see, we've just got a few bolts to remove on the front here, and there's just 2 or 3, make that about 4 or 5 in the back. So let's get those removed. Everything is 10 millimeter except for these 2 bolts back here. These are 15s. Get in there. I should probably put some kind of a box or something under here to support it. So in the front, you definitely start on the front 2 corners. The ones in between are just kind of like, they're little like tab fastener things. The threads on them aren't so great, but the ones in the corner are very sturdy, as well as, well, all of these are sturdy. It's going to be easier to get these going because this here, you've got to actually sandwich this here, and it feels like this one feels like it's good. This one feels like it's going to need to kind of bend the the plate just a little bit. Until you have them all like screwed in and turned a little bit, you know, the thread started, do not tighten them down all the way. Because you're going to need to probably shift things around a little bit in order to get it to fit. Okay, so, ooh, I still have these two to go, but we got all the four corners, got all of these bolts. Now we got to work these guys into the mix. I don't know what you call these. And you do need a 6mm Allen, which, hey, they don't supply. There are some, basically some studs right there. And you should go right into them. Thread right into it. And push up on the plate so I get a little more room. No, still doesn't want to go on there. Don't know why. Let me try the other one. Okay, this one's going on easier, which makes me think, though, that I don't have this side lined up quite right. Meaning I'm going in on a weird angle. Maybe that stud's a little damaged or something. Alright, it's turning on. It doesn't require that much force, so I don't feel like it's crossing threads or anything like that. But, yeah, it's just not going on as nicely as the other side. Okay, and these two, they are lined up very nicely. But what is going on here? There is an issue. We do have an issue. These bolts here look like they're hitting this and pushing it all up, so it's leaving this gap, which you could see here. This goes up all the way. There's, you know, no gap. Still going to have this gap in the middle. You know, I'm pushing up on it, and you don't want that. So I've got to take this down and notch that out. All right, I'm just going to try to use these tin snips to cut this. This is some pretty thick plastic, actually. Ooh, how far do I need to go? So don't do what I did. You know that measure once, cut twice? Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, it's supposed to be measure twice, cut once, by the way. Yeah, I didn't need this to be like this big. It's getting late. All right, that's what happened. It's getting late. I'm going to use that excuse. So measure where these are, where you need to cut some room, and it does not need to be all the way to here and there. So, you know, do better than me. And like right now, I've got a couple of the bolts in the back. I'm using my little drill there to hold it up. You can see now we've got a way better, more flush system, and we're going to be able to thread those screws in there nicely. So yeah, it's not a 100% just quick bolt on. We do have to do a little bit of work here to get it in, which is disappointing, but overall, you know, not that bad. And again, you know, I guess you're getting what you paid for here. Okay, we've got everything in loosely, except I cannot find two of these bolts. If you've seen my other videos recently, I've had an issue with an animal tearing up this whole thing, and I didn't think I lost any of the bolts at that point, but somehow since that time, I managed to lose not one, but two bolts. And what I'm going to do for now is use these, and these were actually, well, they're for the front. They're actually here, that they attach to the spoiler, and I've got another video out with this really cool carbon fiber spoiler replacement for the Model 3 Performance. And I got this pre-production model, so the fasteners that normally go in here attached to the spoiler, they can't attach to the spoiler because of the way they made it. So I've got a bunch of these spare fasteners, and they have the same threads as these, so I'm actually going to be using these in these two spots. So let's get everything, now that everything's lined up, we can tighten everything down. Then we'll be good to go. Here we go. It is in. It is complete and looking pretty good. Looking at it from this angle, you know, ideally you want super smooth transition all the way down, all the way to the back of the car, you know, for aerodynamics. Here in the center, it's a little bit bowed out. Not terribly, you know, and we had to do that fix in there too. We had to do a little bit of a cutout there, which, you know, that's not great either. But here we see that it's just not quite perfect. I don't have any other of these shields to really compare it to, so I don't know. I might try actually to use one of my jacks and put it under here and see if this, maybe this plate can just be bent. Maybe it just needs to be bent up a little bit. I'm not sure. Again, what are we talking about here? Losing, you know, a couple watts of efficiency every 100 miles. I don't know. Also, if you notice, I did go out in this earlier, and it is how I lost one of these bolts. I tried to just quickly attach this, and I needed to drive my car somewhere quickly, and I didn't tighten it up. Again, I've had a lot of late nights, and I didn't tighten it up. I think I just had the one bolt in, and it came down. The bolt came out, this thing came down, and it started scraping, and I had to pull off, and my son come and bring me some duct tape so I could duct tape this back together so I could drive home. Actually, and that is an idea. If you want to, you know, even though this looks pretty smooth, you can actually put some of that 200-mile-an-hour tape, you know, duct tape across here, and just really smooth this out. Over here, I am probably going to be buying some other armor pieces. They sell other metal pieces for this area back here, because that is still just plastic wheel well stuff, and there are coolant lines back there also. So this does a good job to protect everything there. I think I would have done much better with that animal. Would have been much less of a mess. But yeah, this, you know, this area here and on the other side, I'm going to be buying some armor replacements for those two, so stay tuned for that. And then also, yeah, carbon fiber spoiler. It looks really cool. Check out that video coming very soon. All right, that's it. Very good price on this. Like I said before, you know, you get what you pay for. So it's not a 100% kit. I'm sure some of the more expensive ones would give you everything that you need. All right, trying to bend this up a little bit. I got under there and I was pushing on it, you know, doing a little bench pressing, and it bent a decent amount so that it looked better. But you know, my bench press ain't what it used to be, so I did get the jack here, and I don't want to overdo it. I kind of can't tell if it's better or not. Maybe it is. I don't know. It's a little hard to tell. It looks more even. It is down a little bit still in the front. Not by much. A few millimeters maybe. But I think it did help.